Hello and welcome back. In this video, we're going to look at how to buy a graphing calculator even before you step into JC. First question is why? Why would I need a graphing calculator? Number one, there are questions in your JC syllabus where it's just not possible to solve without a graphing calculator. So you're definitely going to need one if you're going to JC. Number two, why should I buy it now? Why don't I buy it when I step into junior college? So like we talked about in the previous video, maybe you want to pre-expose yourself to certain topics so that you won't struggle so much when school starts. Number two, right now we are at the end of November 2022, which means A-levels is finishing soon. If you hop onto Carousel, you can probably find yourself a very good deal for graphing calculators. Okay, so with that being said, maybe let's look at what are the types and models of graphing calculators I should be buying. Okay, so if you hop onto our examinations board website, sceab.gov.sg, you have the approved calculator list. And then over here, if you scroll down to page number 2, you'll see the list of approved graphing calculators. Okay, the only one you want to look at is this one, TI-84 Plus CE. Okay, don't get the Casio one, just get this one, Texas Instrument. Okay, and I know it can be very confusing because other than the Plus CE, the other models are Plus Silver, Plus CE Silver. Ignore all those. Only get the Plus CE. Right? Why should you only get this one? Because the performance difference between the CE and the rest that I just mentioned is very significant. It can be a few seconds and even up to half a minute. And that is precious time you don't want to be shaving away during an examination. Okay? The last model I have not mentioned is the CE Python, Plus CE Python. Right? Performance-wise, it's actually exactly the same calculator, only that it can run Python code. But do you really want to be running Python code on a calculator which is slower than your phone and it doesn't have a proper keyboard? Right? If you have it, it's great. But if you don't have it, you're not missing out much. Okay? So next, I want to talk about the price of the Plus CE. If you were to get this outside, it costs about maybe 220 to 230 Singapore dollars. Okay? If you buy through your school, when you step into junior college, they will have a bulk purchase program. You can get it for about $170, $180, about that. Okay? If you hop onto Carousel now, you can probably find some going at $120 or $110. So that is a very, very good deal. And besides, if you decide to sell it on Carousel 2 years later, you wouldn't be losing out too much. Yeah? So the last thing I want to talk about is, other than choosing the correct model, you also have to be careful of the operating system. What software is your calculator running? Okay, so in general, the software is easy to upgrade, but it's almost impossible to downgrade. Say if I'm on a 5.3, I can upgrade to 5.4 easily, but it's almost impossible to go down to say 5.2. Okay, so the highest approved version is 5.6.1. On the Texas Instrument website, you can find 5.7 and 5.8 already. So when you're buying outside, especially if you say buy on Amazon, right, where Texas Instrument is an American company, so be careful not to be buying something that is 5.7, 5.8. Then you essentially have just bought a very expensive paperweight. Now, if you do go buy, say, a graphing calculator secondhand on Carousel, how do you then check the operating system? Let me show you. First, you press the blue button, which is the second, which is sort of like the shift button. Then you press plus. You'll be in the memory menu, choose number 1 or just press enter. Then you can see this is your OS number, 5.6.0. So this calculator is good to go for A-level exams. Okay, I hope you found this helpful and stick around. Maybe we'll start to look at some of the mathematical topics you'll be learning in junior college. So as usual, catch you on the flip-flop.